Hello, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be going over the best concealers from the drugstore with you. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So my absolute favorite from the drugstore is going to be the Maybelline Fit Me. The shade I usually get is 15 Fair. This is more of it's not full coverage. Most of these concealers are not really full coverage. This would be kind of like medium coverage, but for me, it gives me pretty good coverage. It's pretty creamy. It's not too drying or cakey looking. That's what I like about this one. Sometimes, you know, some concealers can look really like dry and cakey when you apply them, but this one is super creamy and it does not look like dry and gross under your eyes. I really love this one. And then the second favorite is going to be the Wet n Wild. This is the, what is this? A Photo Focus. Yeah, the Photo Focus concealer. And this is pretty much what it looks like. And this is, what shade is this? It's Light Ivory. And this one is also, it's not necessarily a full coverage either. It's more medium, but I will say that the coverage on this one is a little bit more than the Fit Me. It's a little bit more full coverage than the Fit Me, but the Fit Me is way more creamy than this one. This one is slightly creamy, but a little more dry. And then my third favorite is going to be the Maybelline Age Rewind. This is the dark circle eraser, and the shade I have is Fair in this one. And this one I will say is more of a light to medium coverage. It's not a medium or full at all. However, I really do like the formula as well. It's not super creamy, but it is still on the creamier side, but it's sort of thin at the same time. It's not like way too thick or anything like that. But you can kind of build this one up a little bit more easier because of the formula and the way it is. So that's why I really like this one as well. And then the next one I'm going to be talking about is actually from LA Girl. This one is the Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer, and this one I have is in Porcelain. And this one is not too creamy. It's more of a drier formula. The thing with it is that it has like this little like squeeze tube. You squeeze it and it's got like a brush on it. So that's kind of annoying with this one. The brush is like kind of stiff and hard in my opinion, but the formula is pretty decent. This one is more of a medium coverage as well. It's not like light, it's more of a medium, but it's really good at covering and brightening. And then my next favorite is going to be the Dream. This is the Maybelline, what is this? Dream Lumi Touch. I always forget the names of them. And I have purchased this one several times. This is probably like my 6th one. I've been using it for a couple years now. This one is in Fair. And I do like, it does have that brush on the end too, which this one is a little bit softer than the LA Girl brush. But the only thing about this one is that the formula is a lot more like dry. It's not as creamy as the other ones. It's pretty drying, so you can't put like too much. You have to be very light with it. But on a day when I'm like trying to hurry up and I'm, you know, not trying to go like full glam or anything like that, I will lean towards this one, just because it's not like super cakey or anything like that. It's just a little bit more drying and less creamy, the formula. But I do like the formula and how it brightens. It's really good at brightening. But this one is more, this is definitely, I would say, not even medium. It's light to medium. You can build it up a little bit, but because it is a little bit more dry of a formula, you have to be careful because it can look cakey. But other than that, as long as you're careful with it, it's really good. It's a really great formula, just a little bit more dry. So depending on what you're going for the day, you have to kind of pick and choose. Okay, and the next one is going to be the Neutrogena. This is the Hydro Boost, and this one is like kind of like just the stick one. And I have purchased this one. This is probably like my 4th tube, but when I'm going for like a real simple, like easy everyday look, and then I might not even be using foundation with, I will use this just because it's more, this is definitely not a medium at all. It's more light to medium, and you can build it up. It's not obviously super creamy because it's a stick, but it is slightly more creamy than this one, the Lumi Touch. And it really blends really well. All of these pretty much blend so good and well, and they cover great depending on, you know, sometimes you have to add a little bit more. But all of these ones are, in my opinion, the best from the drugstore. I've tried CoverGirl concealers, I've tried the L'Oreal concealers, I've tried so many different concealers from the drugstore, and literally these are the ones that I go back to every time. Like, I will buy a new one and I will find myself like returning it or hating it and going, really? I really like experimenting and trying new makeup, but it's like when you get those ones that work really well with you, you just want to keep going and buying the same ones. So these ones are pretty much always in my collection, no matter if I'm trying a new one or not. These literally are the ones I always reach for. Literally, all of these ones. Over and over again. I buy them over and over again. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me and going over the best concealers from the drugstore. If you guys have any comments or questions about any of these products, please leave them down below. And please don't forget to like and subscribe before leaving. And let me know in the comments down below if any of you have tried any of these or not, if you're going to, or if you have, please let me know if they worked out or how they worked out for you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!